renowned Magic Legacy player internationally, one of the main forces behind the Miracle deck, naturally playing his signature deck right here in this event, will be facing off against Arjan Wiesen, who chooses to bring a more classic Rogue Delver to this tournament, using one new Jace, everything else older than 5 years, I believe. Classic Legacy. Most modern cards just can't make it in. But yeah, man, so this matchup, looking on it on paper, I would, that's pretty interesting, man. Could go either way, I don't know, man. If that counterbalance comes down early, it can be really tough for Ardian Wiesen to resolve anything through that. If he lacks it, Ardian gets some good offense going. Maybe Thomas lacking the Terminus to deal with the early threats, that could be the game for him. So really we have to see classic Battle of Beatdown against Control. Stifle being the key card in this matchup. Tarmogoyf deck, the Rogue Delver deck, running 4 of those, no doubt will be looking to stifle some fetch land activation of Thomas Wilczek to Stone Rain him right away. Maybe on the other hand, stifling that Miracle trigger to just prevent Terminus from swiping the board. So we will see many interesting decisions, whether you want to go for the mana denial, whether you want to just keep it to counter that sweeper. We shall see, man. Arjan Wiesen definitely having the tools to take this. On the other hand, Thomas Wilczek, like I said, great player, particularly with Miracles, man. If anybody knows how to navigate this matchup, it's going to be him. I think we saw both players not take a mulligan. Arjan Wiesen winning the die roll, really great for any beatdown deck, of course. You want to be putting the pressure on that opponent. On the other hand, of course, same thing goes for Thomas Wilczek. He would love to win the die roll himself, just to have that extra time to set up his defenses against the beatdown. Doesn't lead with round 1 top, which got to be good news for Arjan Wiesen. Maybe we will see the turn 2 counterbalance though. I see counterspell, force, some lands. No Nimble Mongoose for Arjan though, which is good for Thomas. He chooses to play down the... Oh yeah, the Jace, there it is, the one-off. Let's see if Thomas will have an answer. The graveyard of the Canadian Threshold deck, not too full yet. So Jace not the biggest threat if you can't kill it right away. Still, you might probably want to. Looking at Thomas' hand though, we see that he is well set up. I think I see Terminus. Oh, he also has Brainstorm. Force and like Counterspell. I don't even know, man. Uses the opportunity while Arjan is tapped out to get that fetch land for Tundra. Not scared of the Wasteland coming down now and ruining his day. I don't know if that was the great choice. But he probably just wanted the white. And therefore decided to go with the duel here. There is Nimble Mongoose showing up to the party. Really great card. Terminus the only answer pretty much, unless you're going to block it with Entreat the Angels. Or Snapcaster Mage actually. But that won't work out well once the threshold is achieved. So yeah, Nimble Mongoose coming down. Being immune to the Swords to Plowshares, I think, from Thomas's deck. But still, man, Thomas not worried at all. Not the craziest pressure that's going on. Yeah, he has to expose himself to Wasteland anyway. Like I said, uses the opportunity to at least get the fetch land out of the way. Although still could have gotten the fetch land to get like an island. Yeah, it is Messenia Mask counterspell. Good eye. You guys, you have to look at it like this. It's not about playing around Wasteland forever. You don't mind that your land gets killed eventually. But you might mind that your second land gets killed, right? And it's a big difference. We might as well have... He could have just played the fetch land, run it out there, say go, to be immune to that Wasteland one more turn. Maybe still end of turn go for cracking it. See if Arjan Wiesen leaves up the mana for the Stifle, which isn't a trivial thing to do anyway. Maybe then even not cracking the land or whatever. There would have been plenty of opportunities for a deep play, even with just the mana base right now. Thomas Wilczek opting to just not give Arjan the opportunity to use that Starfall on the fetch land. Now get Starfall on the Terminus though. I don't know how much better that is going to be for him. He's surely looking to kind of counterspell it now just so that he can get rid of that Jace and Nimble Mongoose at the same time. I definitely think he's only wondering whether he should... Oh, actually no. He can just counterspell it. Right now, Adrian Wiesen not having much in the way of permission to handle this, having a singular spell pierce, 4 forces of course, that he could use to keep his stuff on the board. For now, particularly the Jace. For which we see though, Thomas will just have Swords to Plowshares if this Terminus doesn't work out. Decides to force instead of tapping those 2 mana for counterspell. I don't know what I'm supposed to think about that. Probably is worried about the days that would otherwise just defeat his Terminus anyway after he paid for the Miracle Yet. The way it works, we see this, Terminus is drawn as the first card in the turn, therefore the Miracle Trigger goes on the stack, but you actually only have to pay the mana when the Miracle Trigger resolves. So right now, even though Thomas Wilczek still has 3 mana untapped and would be able to just pay for the days on his counterspell, he still couldn't be playing around the days on the Miracles card then. The worst thing though is, this didn't really even do anything against the Terminus. Terminus just going to his hand. The next Brainstorm that shows up will be able to just remove it anyway, just putting it back on the top. Now using Swords to Plowshares to get Jace out of the way. No problem. Nimble Mongoose beatdown will be continuing for a few more turns before it's fat enough to make the big difference. Second Terminus on the top still, ready to come down next turn if he wants to. Thomas Wilczek looking pretty good right here, having quite a comfortable amount of land too. Against Canadian Threshold, you always need to be worried, man. Those 4 Stifle, 4 Wasteland, you can be so screwed. Thomas Wilczek going strong, 4 land in turn 4. Nimble Mongoose getting in for 1 more damage. Unfortunately not enough. Adrian Wiesen apparently unable to do more pressure. Terminus now being seen to just wipe away the singular Nimble Mongoose. Thomas realizing that if Adrian can't get in this persistent damage with his creatures, there's just no way he can win. The game actually already almost way too long for his taste anyway. Thomas not having the 5th land, but whatever, man. Thomas looking for some answers. That Nimble Mongoose surely nearing threshold any second. It could be there now. Thomas Wilczek pondering what to do. What a terrible pun. Finding the fetch land, which is always sweet, enabling you to get like the 1 card off the top that you want and then shuffle away the crap that would be under it. So strong. Ponder in Legacy. Players would just love to have this in Modern as well. Naturally banned due to the obscene power level of the card. In the raw filtering of your deck. Yeah, Thomas Wilczek no doubt looking to expand his mana base right now, so that he can get off that big Entreat the Angels later, whatever, and hardcast that Terminus, whatnot. Miracle's really striving on mana, going to regions that other decks usually don't even want to reach. Thomas just trying to prolong the game on and on and on until the old Miracles engine with Jace and whatnot is just too strong. Sensei's Divining Top still not having been found. Would be one of the key performers in this matchup right now, as in every matchup. Counterbalance, there it is. This will be huge against Adrian Wiesen. You can just luckily neutralize many of his spells. Adrian playing very low curve. So counterbalance, a threat in itself. Wouldn't be too surprised to see it come down here right now. Oh no, this is happening though. What's that, Gitaxian Probe? Oh yeah, Gitaxian Probe was on the stack, so Thomas using the opportunity to use Brainstorm to hide a few key cards that he doesn't want Adrian to know about. Showing him a really stacked hand. Adrian, no doubt, looking at this, thinking, how is he ever going to win? Council's Judgment can remove Nimble Mongoose. So, not even that is working out well for him. Thomas, with his singular Council's Judgment, so interesting, huh? Yeah. Terminus being on top, Wasteland now hitting the Tundra. Thomas defiantly taking not the one that Adrian pointing at. BM 4 out of 10. Let's say 3 out of 10. But it's all good. I'm sure these players have more important things to worry about right now, such as the fact that once again, 6 mana mass removal is going to be trying to handle that singular Nimble Mongoose. Delver flip card, I assume, getting pitched to the Force of Will. Counterspell, though, is available. Day's not going to do anything this time. Actually, it would, but he just doesn't have it. Never mind about that spam. Okay, yeah, man. Having set up that Terminus on the Nimble Mongoose yet again, we are looking at the clear board from Adrian. There's nothing going on. Is he going to find another threat now? It is Tarmogoyf time, ladies and gentlemen. But he just has the Nimble Mongoose number 3, I believe it is. Really trying to get in there. Still, Thomas not out of answers for this creature. This creature really is the best shot to win in this matchup. Is the most persistent one, toughest to destroy. Still, Thomas, even the third one will be dealt with ease. If he so chooses to just play the Council's Judgment. In case if people don't know, maybe the coverage can Council's Judgment in the chat. Yeah. There we go. The way Council's Judgment works is you just kind of select someone that should die. It's not targeting him. So you just vote to destroy his card, and then he can like vote to destroy one of your cards, and that's it. And so, since there is only 2 players now, there is no way you will lose that vote if you vote for Nimble Mongoose to be removed. Therefore, it will always happen. Of course, Ardian will get the opportunity to remove something else. Now, with Counterbalance being on the table, maybe not the best time to play Council's Judgment anymore. I wonder why Thomas didn't just use it while he didn't have any permanence. Like any non-land permanence. He could have just gotten a clean Council's Judgment on that Nimble Mongoose. Nee, guck mal die Karte. Klick nochmal drauf. Da. Ja genau, das ist, wenn ich deins tue und du meinst, sind beide kaputt. Everything gets exiled. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of this. Look at it, man. My coverage is disagreeing right here. Okay, now they see it. Anyway, yes, just like I said, it would have been a clean removal on the Nimble Mongoose before he played that Counterbalance. Now... Aber der Gegner votet doch auch für die Counterbalance. Also, apparently, the opponent won't even be able to vote for that non-land permanent that you control. Yeah, now I get this too. Pretty sick, I didn't even get that. Holy crap, those semantics. But yeah, total unfamiliarity on my side with his Council's Judgment. Wasn't printed on Magic Online when I played Legacy back in the day. Yeah, exactly. Thomas, Arjan could make it so that even more of his creatures die. He of course wouldn't want to do that, so yes, nice play then instinct. Counterbalance coming out, like I said, just randomly neutralizing this Ponder. So sick. Adrian just disgusted right now. Thomas really in super control of this game. Like, he's Counterbalance is super dominant in the red zone right now. Nothing is going to happen ever again. Jace, no fear of days, just running it out there. I guess he has to do it. Brainstorm, not finding him in another land? Oh, well. But he's going to get there sooner or later, I'm sure of it. He will just now choose to put it back, seemingly giving no thought to what to put back. Of course, with Counterbalance, so crucial. He's reading what Ardian is going to have, maybe. And then Adrian not even having anything, though. Maybe not daring to play it into this Jace setup. Probably a 1-drop would have been it. Thomas realizing that in Legacy most cards cost 1, so naturally you want to keep that top on top. Now finally Council's Judgment is coming out, dealing with that Mongoose, and that is going to be it, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Top coming down, I don't know about this. Why doesn't he want to Jace first? Okay, this doesn't make any sense to me, man. Jacing wouldn't have cost him any resources. Why wouldn't he just Jace first? Oh no, that is an interesting point, man. I'm feeling such an idiot right now. My coverage assistant pointing out to me that yes, indeed, he was just waiting whether this top would resolve or not. In case that Ardian would counter it, he would put the 1-drop on top, whereas now he can just put the 2-drop on top, and in case Ardian plays the 1-drop, he can just activate the top to put itself on top and counter that 1-drop. He really is asserting his dominance now. Thomas Wilczek down to 6 life, but there is almost no way that Adrian will be able to finish those 6 lives off. Jace on the table, just brainstorming all the time. Just a matter of time until he found the win condition. Adrian Wiesen hanging in there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a scoop any day now, because how long do you want to drag it out against counterbalance top and Jace on the table? There is no way in the world, my friends, that you will draw out of this. He might as well just start fate sealing Adrian now. Of course he doesn't need to. Why wouldn't he just keep